Hi guys, Justin White from Mad Science Defense. I just had a killer workout over at Arena MMA with Andy Schnadig, and now I'm going to add a little bit of firearms training onto the end of my workout. So while I'm tired, I'm going to be doing a modified figure 8 drill, and it's going to be just dry fire with a blue gun because we're in the gym and we can't shoot right now. But bear in mind, you can do this drill the way I show it on a live range. So what we have set up here is we have one safe direction to shoot, just like you would have on a traditional square range. And as Andy pans over, he's showing you what our targets are. We have a short target, which is also a yellow target, which is also a light target, which also has a 1 and a 4 or 14 on it. Next we have a medium-sized target. This one's a black target. It has a 2 and a 0 or a 20 on it. And then our final target is a tall target that's got a 1 and a 2 or a 12, and it's red. So all our targets have different variables on them. This is so that when someone is calling out commands for this drill, as the shooter, I'll be forced to think. I'll be forced to make decisions before I draw my weapon and engage a target. So if Andy yells black, I'll engage the black target. If he yells 12, I'll engage the target that says 12 on it. If he says red, I'll hit red. If he says 1, I'll hit the 12 and the 14, because 12 and 14 both have a 1 in them. So you see where this is going. 20 and 12 both have a 2 in them. There's a low, a high, a medium target. I'll be forced to choose the target he calls out of the lineup. I have to think before I engage. And having a cognitive process under stress is a very important part of decision making when you're using your weapon for concealed carry. Now the other neat thing about the world is that the world doesn't have just one safe shooting direction. Somebody could need to be shot in 360 degrees. But since we only have safe shooting in one direction, I have to account for that. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to walk a figure 8 around these posts that we have placed here. When I walk a figure 8, now the targets are on my right. As I come around the corner, now the targets are behind me. As I come around further, now the targets are on my, they were on my right before, now they're on my left. And I come around here, the targets are in front of me. So as I walk my figure 8, the targets move through 360 degrees in relation to me. This way, at any point when Andy calls out a target, I could have to engage a target behind me or in front of me or to either side. This is how you get a 360 degree shooting experience from a one direction traditional square range. Now, that would be complicated enough, but the problem is I'm going on a trip soon and I'm taking my little girl with me, my little toddler, and I'm going to be out in public armed with my little girl. So, to account for that, we've added an extra little step into this figure 8 drill. And you see over next to each post, we have a little sand baby. This one is 25 pounds, which is only a little bit lighter than my daughter, and it's only a little bit shorter than my daughter. So now, when we run the drill, you'll see that if Andy calls a target, I'll identify the target. I'll have to make the decision whether I'm going to engage that target and then go and get my daughter, or whether I'm going to immediately run to my daughter and then engage the target. So this is what that might look like. If I'm walking the figure 8 and Andy calls a red target, I may look, identify the red target, step offline, draw, engage, bring in my weapon, and as I'm scanning for other threats, move to my daughter, kneel down, keeping the muzzle away from my child for obvious reasons. With one arm, I'm going to bring the kid in close, keep her weight close to me, stand up, and then I'm going to move my body between any perceived threat and my child, and then I can extend, touch, press if I need to engage another target. So this is what we're going to be running. We're going to show it in live time, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Ball, etc.
Red. One. Four times 5.
5
As you see, Andy sprung some multiplication on me. And that's good, that makes you think. That took me a long time to figure out. I'm embarrassed.
2. Tall. Black.
So that's the figure 8 drill, and it was designed by the guys over at ICE Training Company, and I'll see if I can find a link to put below to the original video of that drill so you can see how it's performed on a live range. And remember, you don't have to have targets set up the way we had. All that matters is that you have multiple targets and that each target has multiple variables that your shot caller can make you choose from. For more great content, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and visit us at madsciencedefense.com.